Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we went around Colony 6, helped out 2 rival restaurants. Yes, we helped both of them out even though they are rivals. We are just non-biased, I suppose. We also got a new skill tree for Ryan and some really cool rewards from the residents after reconstructing the colony even further. This time, we're knocking out the last little bit of side questing in Colony 6 and heading out for some other lands. How about we get started with... If you recall, we invited a food critic named Poka Poka to Colony 6 from Frontier Village. If you also recall, we helped out some restaurants last time and he tends to hang around them. Let's see just what he has to say to us. Poka Poka is a food critic and wants to try all foods of Bionis. That is why Poka Poka has very important mission for friends. Tell hereupon Ricky, we've heard this all before. Man, you do talk big. But when it's time to do some work, you always leg it, even though Ricky barely has legs at all. What Ryan talking about? Ricky have no legs. Haha, my words exactly. Not quite. Poka Poka wants to taste the Hom's favorite bunya ham. Can friends find Ether Bunya and get me bunya ham? Poka Poka would get meat himself, but bunya are dangerous. Bunya always try to eat me. Someone should tell them it the other way around. Pretty please. Ricky not like bunya either. Ricky not like getting chomped. Why would Bunya eat you? Bunya gets sick from eating you! Bunya stay well away from you! Meh, Ricky tastes like prize nop on meat. Every monster wants to eat Ricky! It's like he's proud of this. We have a delectable delicacy. We need to get 3 bunya hams from the Ether Bunyas in Satoral Marsh. Poka Poka awaits our return with the hereupon and not on a silver platter. Please, I love him too much. If you recall, we have gone to the glowing obelisk and fought Ether Bunyas quite a few times already. In fact, Zazadon, who was in the Nopon Refuge over by there, had us hunt them at one point. So why am I showing this? Well, if you do this quest much later in the adventure, there is going to be an incredibly powerful enemy patrolling this area that you will want to watch out for. I just really wanted to make note of that before I send you off on your own to go here. Talking to my viewers like they don't know how to play the game or anything like that. No, I'm sure plenty of you do. I'm just saying that from personal experience, it is really a nasty thing to discover if you wander out into the unknown to fight really weak enemies. You think you're gonna have a super easy time, and then nope, level 25,246.5 monster out of nowhere. So I just wanted to warn you about that. We're back with the ham that you asked for. I don't know how effectively bunnies give ham, but... Well, you know, we've established that this universe operates on different rules from our own, you know. The sun stays in one place in the sky, there's an endless ocean in the ground, and bunnies are apparently pigs on the inside. Hey, I could buy it. A lot of stranger things have been said in this game. But anyway, he's telling us to give ourselves a pat on the back. I shall do that. Ricky does that every day of his life. And we will share it with fellow food lovers reward. Poka Poka not connoisseur, food will taste swill. We've completed a delectable delicacy. Poka Poka has another quest for you, but only if you've done a cook-off comeback already, which is why I picked this order to do all these different quests, and even though there's no actual official order. So, we know Hoko and Talonith very well. Poka Poka has a mission for you of my culinary connoisseurs. Poka Poka wants more delicate delights to tickle my tongue. Today's target is a tough catch. You must get Pagul cold pies from Sparus Paguls. Poka Poka would go by himself, but Paguls like my meat too. It seems like everything just wants to eat you. Are you sure they just don't want to eat that delicious-looking blue mushroom on your head? Because even I'd like to eat that. Poka Poka know that Ricky look like pie, so Ricky get eaten by Pagul. You know, I kind of want a pie that is, like, looks like Ricky now that he said that. That's why Fuzzy Friend views when you can act like a bait is a trap. Trust Poka Poka, it will work. But okay, then, Ricky think Ryan better bait, though. Oh man, Ricky, you've had a lot of good lines. That one takes the cake. At least right now. Ryan make better. And he says it with an earshot of Ryan. I forgot Ryan was in the party. Maybe he just thought because Ryan was facing away, he wouldn't be able to hear. That was still pretty amazing. And tactless. We're going to the Makana Swoon and heading down to Nagul Waterfall. We have been there before. We've hunted Sparus Paguls in the area. I don't really think I need to show this.
Hereupon, very cool!
Hereupon, very cool. Ricky was good bait, yes? This is it? Friends have done well. Poka Poka will go to Talonith right away and get him to cook it. Why Talonith? You knockin' Hoko. He makes the food that you want, buddy. Go, Poka Poka cannot wait. Tasty, take out in my tum-tum. Give me now while is yum-yum. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ah, delightfully delicious. It tastes succulent, savory, sweet, and scrumptious, but not sour. Just like McCrish, all he seems to want is more. These restaurants aren't going out of business anytime soon. Poka Poka has reward, but not food this time. Poka Poka does not want to share this special taste with you. No need to feed me at all, as it would not restore my HP anyways. There's no healing items in this game. We've completed a tantalizing treat. Let's grab our reward. That was the quick chain of side quests. That was everything I wanted to take care of in Colony 6 in its entirety. So, let's start heading back towards the Mechonis and take care of our unfinished business around Sword Valley. For doing that, I can think of no better place to start than Valak Mountain. If you recall, there was some Nopon in the area that we were helping on our first visit here, but because we'd kind of been here a while and because things were moving at kind of a fast pace, I said we should save this for later. Well, later is now, and I think we should go take care of whatever it was those Nopon wanted. Now, once again, this is completely optional. You don't have to do this. This is going to be a side quest-oriented video, but this one is a very important side quest chain. You know what that usually means when I say it, so I think you should know this will be a cool one. And not just because it's on a giant icy mountain. Let's talk to Dakuku. You the ones who helped the Nopon. He is speaking of the Nopon we found stuck in that ice cave on the way to Sword Valley. Let me thank you, too. Don't worry about it. It was nothing. You're amazing, Dunban. I'm not just saying that. What's with you all of a sudden? I don't think I can remember the last time you praised me so much. Well, I can remember it. It was the last time that you said those exact words, Dunban. I suppose it's just smile and be happy. You said that, too. It's good that there are people like you around. I seed how strong you are. I have a request for you. Some people have actually sent me this line telling me that it's a typo in the game, and to point it out, no, it's just Nopon dialect. I'm pretty sure, at least. I want you to investigate Chilkin Lair near Bagnar Snowfield. Top secret information says Chilkin leader is missing. Missing. I'm getting too into this dialect. So he wants to do research on them. If we get catched again, we might get eated. That's why I want you to do it. You know, for being such intelligent creatures that are on the equal of the Homs, they sure get eaten by a lot of stuff. So we'll see if they don't have a leader regularly. Not regularly, but not rarely. When leader goes, they just pick new leader. That what they have done for a long time. So the Chilkins are just like us Homs in that respect. I must admit, this information has somewhat captured my interest. We have Chilkin changes. After you have saved all the various Nopon around Valak Mountain and come back to their leader, you will get this. Oh, then and only then. I know it's a little bit weird because we kind of started doing this earlier, but I explained my reasoning back then and I'm re-explaining myself now. I don't really think I need to say it a third time. The Chilkin Lair is a place we've been to before. It's this little narrow cave just south of the Bagnar Snowfield. I'll meet you guys there. And in fact, as soon as you skip travel there, you should see a quest icon on the map, so not difficult to find whatsoever. Upon getting here, I see a lot of arachnopods, a lot of vangs, but I don't see a single Chilkin in sight, nor does Dunban. And you know, if Dunban doesn't with his sharp eyes, there's gotta be nothing here. Because he already smited them all with his awesome facial hair! And I guess his katana helped too. Excuse me, lightsaber, because I forgot Dunban has one of those now. Hi, Dakuku, we got this. Crawling with Antals, there are even cocoons in there. That's not what I expected. The whole ecosystem in this area might be in danger. That is indeed a problem. I'm sure you can help them sort it out, Dunban. I'm not so sure, Fiora. There may be some complex factors we aren't aware of yet. Let's see just what those are. It's a very serious situation, but on hold for a while. I want to ask my friends about it. We need to think of ways to save this mountain. With that, we have completed Chilkin Changes. Very strange, because that sounded like the start of a new quest line, or a new quest, but it's not. We get an awesome Blaze Defense 5 for that. If you're fighting any kind of monster that's giving you trouble with that, definitely keep that in mind. With that done, Dakuku has yet another quest. What can we do to maintain the ecological balance of mountain? Still haven't found the answer? Not yet. It's a tricky one to solve. What? Isn't it a simple matter? Dunban, this is a whole ecosystem we're talking about. There are two forces against each other, he says. One side has a leader, the other side doesn't. The balance of power has simply been disrupted, correct? That's it. Just kill strong leader, right? Then everything back to normal. That may restore a temporary balance. However, the problem is the Chilkin leader's disappearance. It may be that he is just hiding and observing the situation. If that's true, then balance can come back. That's why we only have one option available to us. We must eliminate both leaders. I understand. That's gotta work. They'll be so busy fighting over who becomes successor, and the former power of balance of Valak Mountain will be restored. Although I doubt that conflict itself will cease. Chilkins and Antals have lived on this mountain for a long time. That how this mountain has always been and always will be. That may be true. If you agree, then we will help. Really? Then it's good thing I know where Antal Leader is. He's in Antal Den and cave inside Hollow Bone. You just have to try and find missing Chilkin Leader. Understood. Sorry everyone, but I really think we should accept this request. Dunban is apologizing on my behalf for all the side quests lately, but we have the balance of power. We get some snare, a snare striker and some stellar equipment for Dunban, presumably, as he is the only one that may accept this quest. So we have to go up to the Hollow Bone. You know what that means? We get to go on the slide, mommy! I'm saying this while playing as Dunban, how out of character. Even though I'm not really role-playing as them in commentary. Let's just go down here and let's go on the slide! Oh! I thought I missed that. Missed that item orb at the very least, but I don't need it. I already 100%ed this area. I got the Crystal Frog, which, wow, Crystal Frog in a cave like this sounds really, really cool. Let's jump up, make a sound, and miss it entirely. Whoa! Let's try that again. You want to be on the side of it when you go sailing off of it because you'll be at a greater height that way. And I just want you to imagine playing around in the super fun slide and then running into this thing. I don't even have arachnophobia, and that sounds freaking scary. Let's get this started. Good thing my teammates respawned up here. Let's start off with Born in a World to Strive! I only got up to against the odds in his epic speed. There's not multiple enemies in this fight, but let's build up the party gauge anyway. Look at that, Soaring Tempest. It only actually gave me one segment. How disappointing. Oh well. I don't even need that. I can just build up the party gauge by doing his break topple combo. There we go, and it's not susceptible to it. Spirit Breath maybe? Whoa! You know, for being like 11 levels below us, you sure are putting up a hell of a fight. I kinda wish I came in with a healer. Let's get everybody encouraged again. Come on, Melia, you too. Good. Let's take it out. Let's go for... I don't really need the Tempest Kick because it doesn't have any, like, buffs that I really want to, like, take away from it, but I guess I'll just do it nonetheless for the party gauge. Uh-oh. Fine status. And I'm facing away from him. Okay, there we go. What do I want to do here? It's almost gone, actually. I don't know why I'm, like, feeling so nervous here. I just kind of am. Just go for the chain attack. Prepare for our Fury. I have Fury. Go for the double wind.
My turn. You're mine. Melia, now. Acknowledged.
And no question at all what I'm doing. Just do a dispel. Discharge. There I go, getting the names of that mixed up. Die. And with that leader gone, what hell of a leader it was, we now have to find that Chilkin leader. Excuse me, I'm getting the races of Bionis mixed up now. Well, you can see there's this one Bonterra pod that looks different from the rest up here. Let's try destroying it. After it breaks open, you get none other than Banquet Masago who breaks out of that pod. I know, when Dunban said that he was, you know, assessing the situation from the sidelines and just kind of watching quietly, he really, really was. Wow, and dang, Fiora, your talent art is really amazing. I know we've shown it before, but... Melia! Okay, if you didn't see what happened there, if you couldn't tell, what happened was Fiora's talent art, together with Melia's Mind Blast, lowered the frame rate so much that I missed the timing on Dunban's talent art and only got one hit from it. Oy. What is it I want to do here? Let's go for a Soaring Tempest. I don't have my critical hit up right now, but I am still in the middle of a bunch of enemies, and sure enough, it worked out well. Ooh, double wind. Love that animation. Melia, you can go for an elemental discharge. Do it. Blaze on everybody, and we're almost up to another chain attack. Let's just go for the Blossom Dance. This is so cool. Like, I feel like I'm getting a lot done here. I know that I said I wasn't really going to use the Soaring Tempest that much, and I probably won't be using it aside from side quests that much because I should have given it a little more credit. I mean, I've used it before, so I knew it was good, but I guess maybe I just kind of forgot how good it was. And, you know, I'm not really having that big of regrets because, like I said, I don't fight large groups of enemies that much, as I usually just try to avoid that altogether, but it really does make Dunban good at taking out large groups just because you can get chain attacks out the wazoo. Did I really just use that word choice? We took care of both the leaders like you did. He knowed it. I should keep them quiet for a bit. Hopefully, this will preserve the balance on Valak Mountain. We brought balance to the mountain. How do we do it? Well, I have a strong will. I have just told myself I would protect this mountain's ecosystem. It's rare to find such resolute in this cold, hostile place. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Fiora always just used to say I was obstinate. But that was your strong will that saved this whole place. Thank you on behalf of Valak Mountain. That scenery is so gorgeous. We collect our reward, but that's not all. After that, we get Dunban's Obstinate Skill Branch unlocked. We get the achievement Local Hero as well for doing that. We're just getting stuff knocked out left and right. How about we take a look at his newly unlocked skill tree? Sounds like a good idea, as we just got it. Obstinance improves his physical defense by 5 points. Not the greatest in the world. If you want to make him more of a spongy tank, it can be good, but, you know, there's no rule saying that you're not going to get hit if you have high agility. You will get hit once in a while, and it can make Dunban a little bit more viable when taking on crowds of enemies, in addition to making him a better sponge tank. So, I like it for that, considering I've been using Soaring Tempest lately. Skills, let's see, Equipment Expert, greatly reduces the weight of equipment. That's nice if you want to have heavier armor on him and stuff like that. Gentleman's Valor, wow, Gentleman's Valor, that is a very Dunban art name to have. Gives him 30 plus max HP at the start of a battle, or 30% more, not bad. Allows him to equip heavy armor, not really something I'd use unless, well actually no, you have to learn that one first, so of course I'd use that. Body of Steel, reduces physical damage taken by 15%, damn, we're just getting a lot of stuff for taking on large groups of enemies. Then we have Blowdown Immunity, so he is not able to get blown away by those attacks that launch you into the air. Really, really good, a lot of good tanking skills in that one. I equipped it right away as per usual, and that is everything I wanted to take care of on Valak Mountain. Take in this gorgeous view and this amazing music one last time before we go, because it'll be the last time we see it for a while. No, seriously, take it in. So now that we are done at Valak Mountain, I'd like to return to Sword Valley. See, it's adjacent to Valak Mountain. I have some logical thinking in my plans, some of the time. You know, there was that third gate that I said that I accidentally went to off screen, and I just was kind of holding off going back there because there's something really tough there that we needed to take care of. Well, I said in an earlier video that access to Sword Valley would be restricted eventually. Well, that hasn't happened yet, so how about we go there and clean up everything we haven't done yet? As we approach the third gate, you can see what we need to fight just ahead of us. Can't see it because it's nighttime and it blends in with the surroundings? Well, you just saw it move. There it is, before us. We need to take out, according to the side quest you get when you walk up here, if it'll lock onto it, Reinforcement M107. I've said already that I hate Mechon M107 or 104 Fortress units. I really, really do. I'm sorry, I don't think I will ever like fighting these things. I just really don't. They are so big, they are so tough to get around. In fact, Shulk's probably not even a good option for this because he would need to get around it to get this off his bonus effects. I think I might switch in Ryan instead. Fiora, Ryan, Ricky seems like a good option, actually. And of course, what would our first important fight in a while be without a new art to show off? Let's do this! Level 53 shouldn't have all that much trouble. This is why I waited a long time to do this, because I got creamed when I tried to do this back when we were here the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and use Lock On right here, and her new art, Power Drain. This will reduce an enemy strength by 20% while adding 20% strength to Fiora. It lasts for 10 seconds, and you will get an additional 5% for every additional enemy that it hits. So it is an area of effect like most of her arts. Wasn't able to inflict a break right there, was really hoping to get a topple. Ricky, if you could force a topple, that'd be pretty nice. I think I'd like that a lot. Wow, you know, I was actually still kind of worried this was gonna be a tough fight, but, not overly. I'm having a pretty easy time. Let's go for the double win after getting my second gear up, and uh-oh. It's just Ricky and me, isn't it? Ryan's dazed. Please let me get a third attack, please. Course not. Course not. Of course it would just be Ryan that screwed that up for us. This fight is gonna take a while, if that is any indication by how slow its HP is. If you're taking this on your first time, you probably want to have a level 7 Monado Shield going into this, because this is the first enemy that has a level 7 Talon art. It's pretty mean, not gonna lie. Other than that, I think I've said everything I need to say about this fight. That fight took quite a while. Got a quality core for that. We also completed the third gate front line, got 40,000 G, presumably out of thin air because nobody asked us to do that. We just did it because we wanted to. After defeating him, we have a silver chest right here. Wow, we are like inside of his body. That's kind of weird. Got Orion gloves, which would have been good on our first visit though, but I really don't think it justifies taking him out while you're here for the first time. If you're curious at all what's beyond him, we have another fortress unit. Believe it or not, this one, if it'll lock on, Mischievous Nibirius, a unique monster that is of the same level as us. You want to get all the affinity coins in Sword Valley before being unable to come back here, you might want to take him. Wow. Oh. Wow! Wow. I don't want to fight you. Just saying. I'm just gonna get the hell out of Dodge while I still can and just show what is over here. Thank you for leaving me alone. Because I know the Mechon are just known for... Wait a minute, it's not leaving me. No, I'm gonna die. Am I gonna... I died from the blaze damage. Oh, wait. The battle ended? Okay, fine. Walk off without killing me. I'll take it. There's just some item orbs back here. This gate cannot be opened. That's all there is to this section of Sword Valley. So, if you're curious what was beyond the third gate that I wasn't showing, that is everything in its entirety. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to go kill that unique monster because I want the affinity coin and I am an idiot. This thing is no joke. I have died fighting it the legit way multiple times, and really, I couldn't blame you for doing the same either. However, there is a very easy way to do this. Get up on this bridge that he clips through, target him from above, and just attack from up here. You will have to watch out for his start attack Mega Flamethrow, which has a bit of knockback to it, which can indeed knock your allies off of the cliff like it did to Charlotte, but Ron and I are still up here, we're still able to fight. I can still do Dunban's Soaring Tempest strategy from here, and actually, attacking an enemy from above will cause double damage. As such, you can see his health bar is draining incredibly fast. I'm not having nearly as much trouble from up here, and on top of that, this monster has a remarkably powerful attack known as Titan Stamp. He is not able to get it off if you are up this high because it depends on you being on the ground. Really, really nice. Granted, this is not a foolproof strategy. He is still able to use Black Matter on you, which is still a powerful attack that lowers your ether defense. As you can see there, Ryan is going to die from that. I do have the means to revive him, though. But the positives of this method, yeah, they far outweigh the negatives. If you can do this, and if you don't really consider this cheating because this enemy is just so incredibly cheap, being the toughest enemy in the area, by all means, go for it. Fortunately for me, though, I am already all by myself up here. Well, he's halfway gone. I might as well see if I can try to finish the fight. Only other tip I have for this fight is that he is immune to Break and Topple, but he is not immune to Daze. If you use Dunban's Thunder right, you are able to stop visions from coming true right dead in their tracks without the need for a Monado Art or anything like that, so that can be really helpful. I'm just personally not using it because I think I can do a fine job just doing it this way. I love this gold chest, and it will make a fine trophy of the Mechon I killed that disappeared into thin air. By the way, to give you an idea how long this took, you can see what the in-game clock is showing right now. Keep in mind it was nighttime when I tried attempting to fight him in the normal way. Yeah, so we've taken out that, we completed the quest in this area, got ourselves a unique monster kill, but other than that, we have the secure radio tower quest over by, well, the radio tower. This thing, okay, a lot of people consider the Mischievous Nibirius to be the toughest monster in Sword Valley, but personally, I have a bigger vendetta against the Lightning Renova that we need to kill for this one. Yeah, why is that? Well, you might recall that there are 3 different types of spike attacks. There are area spikes, which hit you when you're nearby, there are counter spikes, which hit you when you attack him, and there are also topple spikes, which are a way of making it so the enemy can attack you while toppled. This has what I like to call the unfair spike. This is the only monster in the whole game that has a spike active not only when you attack it, but also when it is toppled. You do not want to topple this guy, and he will counter you every time you attack him unless you use a Monado Purge. This enemy sucks. Flat out, he cheats. He is the only enemy that plays by these rules. Out of any optional fight whatsoever, he is unique in that aspect and not in a good way. I hate this guy, but I don't have to worry because I'm Monado Purged him and he is as good as dead now that I'm using Dunban's Talent Art. Wow, am I gonna do it? Okay, not quite. Oh, another attack! Oh god, I just barely got, okay, backslash! That's it! Done with one chain attack. Even though I got a personal vendetta against this guy that's much, you know, bigger than I had against the Mischievous Nibiru, he does admittedly go down a lot easier. I just hate him because he cheats. That's really it. Mischievous Nibiru, when he's unfair, at least he's playing by the rules while being unfair. This guy is not. And believe me, this thing gave me a really hard time my first playthrough because I didn't try to fight him later. I did it on my first visit here. Let's just do the Soaring Tempest and finish this off.
Man, what a bunch of jokers. Let's press on.
We defeated a bunch of jokers and we are all done here in Sword Valley. Well, kind of. With the Lightning Renovo defeated, though, in several videos of side quests later. That is every side quest around Bionis that was timed, that will be expiring soon. Every important chain of side quests around the world that I wanted to take care of while we were going around it. Every side quest around Sword Valley and Valak Mountain that we received earlier, but I said he'd be going back to finish later. With all that done, I think we're going to be heading back to the Fallen Arms soon. But before we go there, I want to make note of something in Galahad Fortress. Remember the bottom floor, that area that blew up where we fought Egil? The Fortress Steps is a skip travel location that you discover during that fight, but you can never actually use it because it gets blown up before you can even go there. Or is it? Even though you can't skip travel there, I want to head to the Preparation Bay, the next closest location to that floor. Because the lift call panel is actually still operational. We can go down to that floor, even though it was seemingly destroyed. What is waiting for us when we get there? Well, I think you're going to be very surprised because this is something that I didn't know until very, very recently. So, we'll walk around down here. And this place does have a full map. This is where we fought Fiora, for reference, with all these, the face maintenance bay with all these, mass-produced faces with their spears. You can walk around this place, and, funnily enough, you can actually see that the lighting effects here are kind of cheaply done. Just thought I'd kind of point that out. But, that's not all. Not only is there a full map for this place, and you can come back here even though it was seemingly destroyed, how about we try going around this place? I don't think we actually saw this place in any cutscenes, so this is our first time actually seeing this walkway. If we do that, we can see that the area where we fought Egil is indeed destroyed. And below us, there's actually quite a bit of geography that you wouldn't be able to see otherwise. And you know what? I'm gonna jump it! Now look at this. That metal ring is not attached to anything, it's just floating there. It's kind of strange. I wonder if they just thought nobody would do it. But, if you jump from there, did you hear a dying sound? I sure didn't. No! You will actually end up at the silver wreckage on the Fallen Arm whenever you jump from that location. Yeah, really nice little detail there. You wouldn't really think that they'd put that much thought into just something so small like that, but they did. You can consistently fall from the Mechonis over and over again by just jumping off in that one spot. It works nowhere else on Sword Valley, just there. I don't know, I didn't know that until recently, like I said, and I thought that was an incredibly cool little detail. I honestly just was jumping off of it to be funny when I first found that that was there, and sure enough, the developers thought of it. It is true. The dev team thinks of everything. Except attaching that metal ring to the rest of the sword, because it looks kind of awkward just floating there. Anyway, we are back here in the Hidden Machina Village, and, before us, we have a heart-to-heart. I think I want to check this. We have Fiora and Sharla at nighttime with Green Affinity. I don't believe we have Green Affinity yet, but it's nothing that can't be fixed without a little bribery. I mean gifting. I shouldn't say that. Gifting is not bribery. I don't mean that in any way. I just mean that it is kind of funny, like, how many things are accomplished by just giving people stuff in this game. I do appreciate getting heartfelt gifts, and I do appreciate giving heartfelt gifts, and that's just what these guys are doing, so no, I don't really mean it when I say that. I don't mean to be mean-spirited about it. They just are giving each other gifts in a nice way. I got the achievement Fruitful Gifts. I get the feeling that's a bad pun, and I already like it. Sure enough, after only a few gifts, it was not difficult to get these two to like each other at least a little bit, so we can jump into the heart-to-heart. Okay. Before we get into this one, this is a difficult heart-to-heart for me. It really is. And I don't mean in terms of gameplay, because that really just boils down to don't be an ass when you answer the questions 99 out of 100 cases. But you'll see why this is such a difficult one for me as we jump right into a nighttime chat. Sorry to drag you away at a time like this. It's okay, what did you want to talk about? I didn't want to say this earlier, but until I met you, I thought Melia was the one for him. You can see where this is going. For who? Are you talking about Shulk? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to meddle, I'm just an onlooker. I don't really mind which one of you gets the guy. thanks, I think. I know that you're a big deal to the boy, so don't worry. Lately, that's been clear as can be. Lately? You mean after he found me? Yeah, since you came back. I mean, Shulk looked out for everyone like the good guy he is. But he's definitely changed since you joined us. I don't think he's changed. That makes sense. You didn't see him until after you met up again. I know, but do you really think Shulk has changed that much? I don't mean it in a bad way. He's still basically the same guy. Well, that's a relief, so he never stopped being kind and sweet. Not for a second. But that's not what I mean. It's subtle, but he's stronger now. I think it's because he knows he has to protect you from now on. That's reassuring. I'm glad he hasn't changed too much, though. I would hate for Shulk to stop being Shulk. Maybe he tried really hard to stop himself from changing. That doesn't sound very practical. I mean, like, subconsciously. Maybe part of him really wanted to keep hold of who we was? What? Of who we was. I think it's supposed to be who he was. Text-heavy games. Sometimes have typos. Usually. You could well be right. Shulk's a kind enough person that deep down, he'd want to stay kind. Thanks for telling me about all this, Charla. Don't worry, no thanks needed, just hang in there, okay? That heart-to-heart hurts me. I want to explain my struggle to you. I've stated already that Melia is my favorite character. And I get why Shulk and Fiora work as a couple. I understand that. I also get that Melia saw them together and said congratulations with a smile. I know all that. But Melia had her dad die. She had basically her stepmother trying to assassinate her just for being half Homs. She was victim to racism within her own family. And it's just, she's had it so rough. And now Charla's a freaking traitor. I mean, Charla was just like, don't be so sure Shulk's feelings where you won't fade when he finds his Fiora. I'm on your side, I'll make sure everything works out. And then she just goes and does this behind Melia's back. I know Melia wasn't within earshot and everything though, but still, it's just, even as someone who does see Shulk and Fiora working out as a couple personally, it just hurts to see Charla do that. I'm sorry, it's probably the only moment in this story, if you want to count Heart to Hearts, that I have disliked one of the main cast, because it just hurts me to see that. But anyway, enough rambling from a Melia fanboy. That is all we're doing for now. We have gone around and done loads of side quests all over Bionis. We took care of all the time stuff that was going to be expiring soon. We got some really cool rewards, even some new skills unlocked for some characters, and heck, a new Monado art for Shulk in the process. It would take an eternity to list off everything that we've gotten, so I'm just going to stop myself here. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we're going to do further exploration of the Fallen Arm and head out for the foot of the Mechonis. See you guys then. And believe it or not, the alternate routes you're about to see are actually even worse in the way of making you feel bad for Melia.